Illuminati, Ronin's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture, films, and the world we see. Deleted scenes, where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties we use to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews, to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah. Steve out on your YouTube, bro, let's roll.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American in YouTube, Ronin, and I'd like to welcome you to tonight's episode of Coming Attractions for April 30th, 2026. The controlled vertical, the controlled horizontal. I want to say hello to everyone currently following along on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. Let's say hello to a few people who've joined us here in the live chat. Host of Western Cinema Presents Action Theater Comedy Greats, Saturday Night Karaoke, Al Bill, faithful Blue Wrench channel member, the Bird Woman of YouTube. Watch out for her channel, Fluff Chick Productions. It's Connie Cleary. Channel member, JPRPH1. Bringing the Netters Network Raid. Member for 21 months, Netters Network. Jamie Lynn Simons is with us. Host of Films with Friends, the creator of Dead 10 Word Review. Big Al presents. All right. I'm going to jump ahead a couple of weeks and let everybody know what's up. A little over a year ago, I started to feel some pain, lower chest, upper abdominal region. And of course, I went in, had a colonoscopy. And as you know, they found some stuff on my colon that wasn't supposed to be there. And, well, luckily for me, not cancerous, but I am glad that I went in and got checked out. Well, they've been after me to do a follow-up for a bit now, and I haven't really had a chance to do it because there's been a lot going on, and we're super short-handed at work, and I didn't want to leave large. So I kind of had to wait until the proper time. I know I've come on here before and said, don't let stuff like this fester, and you shouldn't, but luckily for me, I am not in the condition I was in before. I'm feeling much better. But still, I need to go in and get checked out. So in a couple of weeks, on the Monday the 11th and Tuesday the 12th, I don't know if I'm going to be here to do my normal shows. And, or at least, I might be here, but this may be not up to coming on. So I might be shuttling you to a couple of other channels for certain things. Since Corner has already agreed to jump in if I can't make the movie night. So, there might be, I might have to bail out for a couple of days is basically the point. And But I do want to let everybody know I'm all right. I'm feeling fine. This is just a follow up. It's not going to be as extensive as it was previous, but I just want this to like be a reminder, that if you have anything that's going on, if you're feeling ill, if you have like pain, go in and get yourself checked out. So that's really the main thing. So that's all I'm doing. This is going to be a follow-up. It's not going to be for a couple of weeks yet, like I said, but there might be a couple of days there at the beginning of the week where I disappear. And but the show will go on, and we'll figure out why. And hello to a name that is in a foreign language and I can't pronounce it, but thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm good. It's all good. I'll survive. Yeah. Like I said, I'm feeling fine. I have my aches and pains every once in a while, but I was not in the. I am not as bad off as I was, say around February of last year. I'm feeling much better. So we're going to go in and get checked out. They'll probably tell me to lose some weight and drink more water and but and I know Netter and Troy were bringing this up a little bit earlier, and I wouldn't consider myself. I'm not like obese, but I'm getting a little thick around the middle, and it probably wouldn't hurt me to like maybe drop 20 pounds and keep them off, but the good news is that I don't seem to be like gaining any weight. I seem to just be stuck at one weight. I'll get past it. I don't like run like I used to. That's mainly because I have the issues that I have with my knees, and I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't need to get like a tendon worked on, or maybe a knee replacement or something. I feel it when I crowd them, and and I have to get back up, and my knees complain. Another thing that happens is I'm having this weird thing where I keep like misjudging distances. Think I'll have the head space and I won't. Like I have knocked myself in the head like 3 times today. So I'm a little woozy. So I got to deal with that now, I guess. Yeah, look, it all comes with aging. And we've talked about this, Bill. Yeah. You have to lose 50 to get your surgery done now, and it's and for me it's just healthier if I just maybe took a little better care of myself than I have been. All right, but enough of that. Before I lose any more of you with this, let's get on with the actual crux of the program, which is my letting you know exactly what I am going to be up to, at least for this week. And all right, so no time like the present to get started, of course. Tomorrow night, I will be joining Big Al Presents for Films with Friends. And this week's movie is Down Periscope with Kelsey Grant. Leads a rusty sub, a rebel commander, a renegade crew. When destiny called, they should have hung up. This is from 1996. And I've seen this movie before. I remembered having some fun with it, and it's the underdog team forward to revisiting this movie. So join me over on Big Al's channel for Films with Friends Friday Night Edition for Down Periscope. That is 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. Let me switch. Let me switch over to my channel once again, so that we can get to the official lineup. All right, added to the stage. Oh, no worries, Connie. We understand. You did miss a fun one though. We were watching The Replacements with Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman. It was a first watch for me, and we had a pretty good turnout earlier today as well. So I was really happy about that. I was concerned because we had to push the show back a couple of times, but we finally got to it. Episode 1 of Comedy Greats. And we got a few ideas for some movies that we want to do in the future. There were a couple of titles that we bandied about on the air that I'm sure we'll get to. And yes, please smash the like button. Yeah. No, folks, we totally get it. Whenever you can't be there for a show, it's perfectly fine. The movie is out there, it's available. We were watching it off of Fandango at home, so it is available there. I know it's on physical media, and I'm sure probably Tubi or Pluto TV or somebody has it. If you have a library card, I understand Canopy has a pretty wide selection. It's probably there, which is something I've actually been considering maybe looking into, if for nothing else than to find out if I still have a library card. So, yeah, if I still have like a valid library card, yeah, that would be a good thing to look into as well. I don't really get to the library all that much. I got stacks of books here that I haven't gotten to reading yet, let alone checking something out of a library. But yeah, so as of right now, I don't have anything planned for Saturday. I do know that Netter is going to have her, I believe, retro cinema, and that's going to be Hair from 1979, based on the musical, and a movie I kind of want to revisit because I have some questions when it comes to the ending of that film. So it would be good to revisit a movie I haven't seen since I was a kid, and it was a little over my head at the time. All right. So right after that, Bill usually has his after hours karaoke program on Saturday, and I normally join that at around midnight or so. So I will definitely be doing so this week as well. However, hold on, let me. No, I don't want to save that. Ugh. All right, all right. Let me explain what's happening at the moment. All right, I have been getting like a ton of messages, about, because we have an election coming up here in my state. We got a governor's race coming up, and I have just been inundated by like these advertisements by various candidates, both parties, and hey, this candidate is being backed by so and so, and that candidate's being backed by this guy, and hey, vote for me because I have nice teeth and stuff. But so there's a lot of that, and I'm getting one of those messages on my phone right now, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Give me a moment, please. Okay, there. And they will call you all manner of hours of the evening. Okay, so let me look up what I was originally trying to look up. Okay. No. Live television, folks. All right. Hold on. I lost it again. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Okay. Yeah. Another laugh at my expense. All right. So basically that's all I've got really for Saturday. There's nothing on my channel Saturday night. Except if Bill goes on with karaoke, which I'm expecting that he will. I will likely simulcast my segment. However, I'm going to have a very busy Sunday. And that is going to start with the next episode of Western Cinema Presents. And Bill and I will be watching from 1969, The Undefeated. And it is directed by Andrew V. McLaughlin, starring, of course, the Duke himself, John Wayne, along with Rock Hudson, as well as Ben Johnson, Harry Carey Jr., among others. Synopsis reads as follows. The Undefeated is a Western film starring John Wayne and Rock Hudson as former Civil War commanders who, unaware the war has ended, lead their men to Mexico, where they join forces to help each other against Mexican forces. The movie follows Wayne's ex-Union Colonel John Henry Thomas and Hudson's ex-Confederate Colonel James Langdon as they encounter each other and ultimately unite to rescue Langdon's group from a Mexican general, with Wayne's men sacrificing their horses for the cause. All right. And like I said, directed by Andrew V. McLaughlin. And the film is loosely depicts the historical escape of Confederate General Joseph Shelby to Mexico after the war. All right. So that is going to be the film for Western Cinema Presents this Sunday from 1969, The Undefeated. That show will begin at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 3:30 Central. And good evening to the Horror King. Good to see you, sir. All right. Let's get on over to the next program, which, of course, will begin the Sunday night block of programming. And here's where I'm probably going to get into some trouble, folks. All right. Well, there was a certain event that took place during the White House Correspondents' Dinner. And, well, I got a few words to say about it. And YouTube might not be happy. I got to be careful how I do this one because they have taken other channels down for talking about this. Ordinarily, I would say don't give them a reason, but yeah, I'm talking about how basically how managed to get himself all radicalized. Huh. Let's think about that one for a moment. I wonder how that possibly could have happened. But yeah, so this is going to be episode 148, Teacher of the Month. And buckle up because we'll see if I have a channel after this week's show. All right. What does he say? All right. Since it's now the 1st of May for me, that means I get to watch Tales from the Crypt later on Shudder. Yeah. For those of you who are fans of HBO's Tales from the Crypt series, it is Unk. I'm looking forward to this. Favorite episodes and maybe seeing a couple of others that I might have missed back in the day. And demonetized, Tim says, and hello, Tim. The odd thing is for all of the controversial subjects scripted. That's not the show I get demonetized over our Twin Peaks show, Live Spark 21. And mostly I keep getting hit with copyright, even when but it's what it is, guys. It's YouTube. If there's a problem, they don't tell us. I was on Nick Weiser's member stream the other night, and we were talking about this, and I was there, and Tim Hayes was there, and Daryl Brewer, who's the guy who doesn't. I'm going to be the first in line to subscribe. He's a pretty cool guy. So we were all kind of talking about this. And the thing about YouTube is that YouTube does not tell you until kind of after the fact, if you've kind of crossed their sands of coolness or whatever, and so it gets very hard for a content creator such as myself to know what's being considered against copyright, what's AI. Am I offending YouTube by having my avatar up right now? Would it be an issue if I go and show my face on the air? I mean, there are so many things, words that you can't say, language that you can't use during certain parts of certain shows. Can you call your show informational or educational? Are you a news story? You never really know. And so I have a show where I talk about current events, events that are in the news right now, and sometimes it's controversial. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes I talk about fun stuff too. And so you don't always know what's going to offend the powers that be. You don't know if it's like AI bots that are going after your channel, and even then, all right, say that you do. And I know a lot of people have been having this issue, and it's, what do you do when you try to file some kind of counterclaim? Will you actually get a human being to see it, or will a human being actually get back to you? And that's, again, much like the rest of YouTube, something of a crapshoot. Now, maybe I'm a small enough channel that I can get away with certain things, or talking about certain subjects, like what I'm going to be talking about Sunday night, which is how propaganda tends to radicalize society. In his chat says, teacher was from the caring, loving, accepting left. Oh wait, there aren't any of those things. Exactly. And I am someone who's not afraid to kind of name names, and if I think that somebody is out of line, and maybe YouTube doesn't like that. Too bad. I have a forum now. I have an audience willing to listen, and I'm going to use it. So that's what's going to be, folks. Unscripted, we'll go on. Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Part of a block of programming that also includes Geeky Geezers over on Aged Boomers channel. That'll be at 9 o'clock. He'll be joined by Troy Pacelli, an honorary Gazette Netters Network, as they discuss the week in review, basically. I do know there's a certain story concerning a certain video game console that has made some news. I'm sure Boomer's going to be talking about that. And we might get a Boomer rant. All right. So that'll be at 9 o'clock, Geeky Geezers. Right after that, at 11 p.m., Reserved Seats returns. Big Al presents Will Be My Guest. For this week's broadcast, served a 10-word review. He's in chat with us right now. Talk about whatever comes to mind, or whatever Al might want to talk about. I do know he had some tech issues that made him have to push one of his. But yeah, I always like hanging out with Al. And back when I did the previous version of the highest rated episode of that show, the most watched, was an episode that I did with Al. It was the first time that he was on. Al is an audience favorite, and he's an audience favorite because he's a decent guy. And and he's pretty chill, and he just likes to hang out and watch films with friends, so hence the title. And so he's going to be joining me Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, for the next episode of Reserved Seats, episode 35. And right after that, of Doctor Who over on Troy's channel. They're on the last. Help me out, Troy and Eder, if you're still in the chat. This is the episode arc that ends season 1, I believe, that they're working on right now, which is the Solarites. And I believe that's going to be that this week's episode is going to conclude that storyline. So that'll be at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 11:30 p.m. Central, 12:30 a.m. Eastern. And the Horror King says, I was taught to treat others how I like to be treated. So if someone is trying to be a horrible person to me, I'll treat them the same way. Yeah, I don't blame you. I try to be the same. All right. So that gets us on over to Monday, which is the very movie night. Yes, it's mystery movie night. There's and at a movie that at my Regal is going to be at 7:15. which from what I understand is so. Unfortunately, I might be a little bit late to Troy and Netter's last call members night at the movie stream, which is supposed to be The Color of Money this week with Paul Newman and Tom Cruise, the sequel to The Hustler, the film we watched last week. So I might be kind of joining things kind of in the middle. So just kind of have to bear with me. So that next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. will be the next episode of the Mystery Movie Night podcast. And I am sorry for the picture. I don't know why everything is kind of framing this way. It wasn't doing that earlier. But all right. Yeah, as long as everybody can still see what's on the screen. So we get the 7 p.m. on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central will be the next episode of the Mystery Movie Night podcast. Well, I will be joined by Sin's Corner. I believe Kyle Corwith is going to be able to join us this week as well. And our rotating group of YouTube film critics, that includes Wilkie's Movies and Music, Enigma Severus, Off the Cover, A Lost and Real, The Movie Man, and Rachel the Elder Millennial. So join us to find out what the mystery movies were, and the even bigger mystery, which is who's actually going to be on the broadcast. All right, so join us Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Color of Money. It's in the way that you use it. Indeed. Looking forward to seeing it. All right. It'll be a first watch for me. So what I might end up having to do is try and maybe watch like the first half of it and then, go from there. All right. Right after the Mystery Movie Night podcast will be the next episode of Live from Sparkwood in 21. And here, of course, this is the show that I co-host along with Troy and Netter, an aged boomer, where we rewatch and discuss the Twin Peaks television series, its prequel film Firewalk with Me, and the films of David Lynch. And this week we are going to complete the second season premiere, which was entitled May the Giant Be With You. And this is the resolution of the season 1 cliffhanger. So you get to find out who lived, who died, and the mystery deepens, and some new subplots begin to form. We got through the first half of the episode last week. We're going to watch the second half on Tuesday night, and then we're going to take our deep dive into that episode. You're going to see a couple of familiar faces here. Those of you who are Star Trek: The Next Generation fans, you'll recognize Carol Starukian who was Mr. Hom. And you might also remember him from as Lurch in the Addams Family movies, and he's also one of the True Knot in Doctor Sleep. You may recognize Hank Warden, who, speaking of John Wayne, used to co-star in a lot of John Wayne's westerns. He has a pretty humorous part in this episode as well. So stay tuned for that. And hello to Aged Boomer, who, as I said, will be joining us for that broadcast. So Sparkwood in 21 next Tuesday night at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 of the season 2 premiere. May the Giant be with you. All right. Tuesday is also part of a block of programming, and what we call the Mystery Night. Since we have the mystery movie Sparkwood 21 at 8:30, Twin Peaks is at its heart a mystery. And right after Sparkwood 21 at 10 p.m. over on Troy and Netter's channels, the Casebook of Sherlock Holmes, the Grenada television version, BC. So stay tuned for that. And yes, Horror King, I did see and read that last message. And yes, Color of Money starring Paul Newman, who also starred in Slapshot, which also starred Michael Onkeen, who's on Twitter. Yes, it's all connected, folks. All right. Now, right now, as of Wednesday, I don't have anything planned. I try to keep Wednesday. We'll see what happens. It's not to say I won't show up. I occasionally guest host the physical media show. Connie Cleary, who's in the chat right now, she has an off-platform thing that I like to get to on Wednesdays. But yeah. Right now, Thursday of next week, and this is where and we have Memorial Day coming up here soon, and for Action Theater, Bill and I do this month-long salute to the troops. And next Thursday's show will be the first episode. And we are going to be watching Hacksaw Ridge, directed by Mel Gibson, starring Andrew Garfield, Vince Vaughn, Hugo Weaving, Teresa Palmer, Luke Bracey, Ori Pfeiffer, and it tells the story of Desmond Doss, who was basically a pacifist, but he wanted to serve his country in the war, just like many other men and women did. And he becomes a medic. And this is his story. And I will tell you this. You will see things in this movie that will seem like Hollywood, but they were true. So, this is a very good film. It was nominated for Best Picture back at a time when that mattered, and very well deserved, I believe. So, join Bill and me, and Bill and I, as we begin this year's Salute to the Troops, Hacksaw Ridge, 5:30 Eastern next Thursday, 4:30 Eastern. Then, of course, later on that night, over on Netter's channel, Thursday Things at 10 p.m. And then, right after that, at 11 p.m., join me right back here. Same bat time, same bat channel, for the next episode of Coming Attractions. All right. Well, that is, you know what? Tell you what. There are a couple of other links that are already up. So let's go ahead and talk about those. I'm jumping ahead a bit, but just to go ahead and let you know of a couple of other appearances I am going to be making here in the next couple of weeks. And the first one is going to be on Saturday the 9th at 10 p.m. Eastern. I am going to be joining Big Al along with Troy and Netter for Up. From 2009, the classic Disney Pixar film. Loved the talking dog and Kevin and of course Ellie and her adventure book. So grab some hankies. You're going to need it for this one. Up. The beginning is a downer. Yeah, but there is a point to it. There is a point to it. And I'm a big fan of this one, actually. So I'm looking forward to this next appearance. This is going to be on Big Al's channel, of course. Saturday the 9th at 10 p.m. for Up. And I am also scheduled to appear on Films with Friends on the 15th. Squirrel! Yeah, exactly, Tim. So this is going to, this was a show that we had originally intended for last Saturday. As you can see, the chat has been left over from that night. And this is going to be Jerry Lewis and the Way, Way Out from 1966, and takes place in 1989. And it is a joint Russian and American mission that goes to the moon. And it being Jerry Lewis, I'm sure hilarity will ensue. So join Al and myself, and hopefully Troy and Nutter too, for the Way Out next Friday night. No, Friday the 15th, a couple of weeks from now, on Films with Friends. All right. So that is everything that I have coming up. And like I said, on next week's show, I have a little bit more of an idea of what's going to happen the week after. And so if anything... Bill says Up as a masterpiece. I agree. It's a good one. It's a really good one. All right. So, like I said, next week I'll have a little bit more of an idea of what's going to happen in the first half of the next week. I may have to cancel out some appearances. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. The doctors will probably tell me to take it easy for a day or two. But I'll be around. If not actually on the shows, at least in the chats. Have I read any of the books based on Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I have. I am aware of them, but I haven't read any of them. I do understand that the book Who Framed Roger Rabbit is based on, which I think is called Who Censored Roger Rabbit, is quite different from the film that we got. And is yeah. So yeah, I'll have to read those one of these days. All right. So there's 4 of them. Cool. Right on. All right. Well, folks, I am going to wrap the show up here. I want to thank everyone who joined me, both here and on X, and anyone who might have been lurking in the background, which is perfectly fine. You don't have to engage with the chat. Just as long as you enjoyed the show, hit the like, share out this stream, say hello in the comments. Remember that membership are available. And I want to thank all of the new members over the last few weeks. I want to thank all of the new subscribers. I am now over 5,400 subscribers. So thank you all very much for helping me hit that milestone. And I also would like to thank you all for helping me reach another milestone, which is 1 million views. So thank you all very much. You are the reason that this channel has survived. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be back. So, from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care, stay strong, be safe and healthy, because this is how we win. McLeod! Good night.
Ronin's back, slicing through the noise with a culture attack. Pop culture films in the world we see. Deleted scenes where the truth runs free. Take care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Stay care, stay strong, we're breaking the mold. Be safe, stay healthy, let the story unfold. From watch parties, reviews to the news we spin. Deleted scenes, yeah, this is how we win. Yeah. Skeet out on your YouTube, brother, let's roll.